bacon-wrapped figs, pigs in blankets. He was even talking of an inbound Gouda. But no. You had to have the one thing that someone with my dietary preferences can eat.
Look, I didn't eat the spring rolls.
For 9 seasons, How I Met Your Mother turned casual sitcom nights into legendary TV memories. But sometimes it was the surprise guest stars who totally took center stage and made episodes unforgettable. Here's a countdown of the 10 most scene-stealing guest turns ever to hit MacLachlan's. Number 1. Kyle MacLachlan as the captain from How I Met Your Mother. Let's go back to the days when your weeknights circled around a yellow umbrella and a bar called MacLachlan's. Just when you thought How I Met Your Mother had introduced every oddball under the New York sun, sailed Kyle MacLachlan as the captain in Season 6. With that piercing gaze, impeccable sailing blazers, and a strange mix of regal confidence and total cluelessness, the captain stole scenes as Becky's offbeat ex-husband, anchoring episodes with a bizarre, almost nautical gravity. His line delivery, equal parts threatening and hilarious, turned everyday dialogue into instant catchphrases. Remember the tension and laughter every time he uttered boats. MacLachlan's unpredictability made the captain more than just a one-off. He became a running mystery, equal parts comic relief and genuine wildcard. By the time he resurfaced in later seasons, fans eagerly recounted his odd mannerisms as true Heim gold. From the first shot of his mustachioed stare, the captain proved that sometimes the most unforgettable guests steal the whole ship. Next up, let's see whose entrance left you grinning equally wide. Number 2. Wayne Brady as James Stinson from How I Met Your Mother. From the moment Wayne Brady stepped onto the set of How I Met Your Mother in Season 2, he injected a burst of charisma as James Stinson, Barney's long-lost brother. With razor-sharp timing and a warm, infectious grin, Brady delivered lines that danced between biting wit and affectionate teasing. His undeniable chemistry with Neil Patrick Harris brought out a whole new layer in Barney's character, laying the groundwork for some of the show's most heartfelt and genuinely hilarious sibling moments. Brady didn't just play a guest, he took center stage, especially in fan-favorite episodes like Single Stamina, where his entrance flipped Barney's world upside down. Each on-screen appearance became an event, filled with joyous banter and unexpected depth, pushing far past the usual cameo into recurring role territory. By diving deeper into Barney's family life, Brady gave viewers both gut-busting jokes and surprising vulnerability. You could almost hear the audience lean forward whenever James was in the room, knowing a punchline or a little heart was just a beat away. In a show packed with comedy legends, Wayne Brady left a footprint you couldn't ignore. Number 3. Martin Short as Garrison Cootes from How I Met Your Mother. Suddenly the office gets wilder. Martin Short swoops in as Garrison Cootes during late Season 7 of How I Met Your Mother, electrifying every scene with his unmistakable comedic charge. Here's Marshall, desperate to do good at the environmental law firm, only to collide with a boss whose energy borders on cartoonish. Short's Garrison Cootes isn't just green. He's hyperactive, pushy, almost manic in his devotion to saving the planet. Fans who had followed Short through SCTV and Saturday Night Live watched with delight as he let loose. His physical gags, a flurry of hand gestures, brow furrowing, wincing at even tiny environmental missteps, turned boardroom moments into comedy gold. Every line feels just a bit louder, every reaction tighter, even in scenes stacked with established stars. Though Cootes only hangs around a few episodes in 2012, he shakes up the group dynamic and gives Marshall a whole new set of rules to worry about. With Martin Short, you never quite know what comes next, a surprise that makes every second of his screen time fizz. Number 4. Mandy Moore as Amy from How I Met Your Mother. The hum of neon, the kick of whiskey, and suddenly, Mandy Moore's Amy slides into the story, a wild card with jagged tattoos and a rebel smile. By Season 3, How I Met Your Mother had its rhythm, but Moore's guest turn in 2007 was a jolt to Ted's world and every fan watching. Far from her wholesome pop persona, Moore dove into chaos, rattling Ted's sense of safety and breaking the show's good girl mold wide open. For one unforgettable episode, she became the heart of the party, egging Ted onto impulsive choices from a spur-of-the-moment tattoo to barroom antics most mortals would regret. Her energy was magnetic, electric, a little dangerous, ripping up every scene with something you couldn't quite predict next. It was the kind of one-off that made you wish Amy might stick around, or wonder which other faces could shatter the gang's carefully constructed world. And just like that, she was gone. But the memory of Moore's rock star swagger lingered, leaving fans hungry for the next dose of wild in the ordinary. Number 5. Joe Manganiello as Brad Morris from How I Met Your Mother. Picture yourself in the raucous energy of MacLachlan's pub, where the laughs are loud and the bonds even stronger. That's where Joe Manganiello first swaggered onto the scene as Brad Morris, Marshall's law school pal in Season 2 of How I Met Your Mother. Almost instantly, Manganiello's blend of guileless charm, towering physique, and lovable goofiness made Brad an audience favorite. In fact, he outbroed even the core gang, whether flexing at the gym or showing up for a brunch in the infamous Bro Brunch episode. With his impeccable comedic timing, Manganiello sparked some of the show's biggest belly laughs. Think of the legendary Slapsgiving or any of the recurring gags where Brad took bromance just a little too far. By bringing a sweet earnestness to even the silliest moments, Manganiello managed to blend seamlessly with the cast while still stealing every scene he entered. It's no wonder fans kept hoping he'd pop by for another round. Let's pause for a second. Do you remember your favorite guest star from How I Met Your Mother? Or maybe a moment when a new character unexpectedly became a highlight? Share your most unforgettable guest star moments in the comments. Number 6. Enrique Iglesias as Gael from How I Met Your Mother. Suddenly, the apartment was filled with the sound of a guitar and a charming accent that could make anyone's heart flutter. When multi-platinum singer Enrique Iglesias guest starred in Season 3 of How I Met Your Mother, he wasn't just another celebrity cameo, he became the blueprint for the impossibly perfect rebound. As Gael, Robin's dreamy Argentine romance after her breakup with Ted, Iglesias oozed calm and confidence. With his sun-kissed hair and laid-back vibe, Gael swept both Robin and the rest of the gang off their feet, turning 2 episodes in 2007 into fan-favorite moments. For a brief, sun-drenched window, the show paused its urban angst and let everyone indulge in a fantasy of easygoing affection and spontaneous massages. Gael didn't stick around for long, but his presence proved that sometimes a little bit of international mystery is all you need to shake up the city's familiar rhythm. The echo of that charm lingers, reminding us that even the briefest detours can change everything. Number 7. Sarah Chalke as Stella Zinman from How I Met Your Mother. The sudden spark of Sarah Chalke as Stella lit up How I Met Your Mother with real rom-com energy. Introduced in Season 3 as Ted's dermatologist, Stella quickly became more than just a doctor. She became the center of Ted's hope for happily ever after. Chalke brought effortless warmth and comic flair to every scene, especially as Stella and Ted's flirtation turned into romance, then a rapid-fire engagement by Season 4. Fans will never forget that infamous Runaway Bride episode, when Stella left Ted at the altar, a sting felt far beyond MacLachlan's pub. Chalke's performance made it hurt, yet somehow still sparkle with possibility. In just a handful of episodes beginning in 2008, she carved out one of the show's most memorable guest arcs. Stella's story wasn't perfect, but her laughter and heartbreak reminded everyone that sometimes love is all about the leap and the landing. With Stella gone, Ted was left searching again, as viewers braced themselves for the next twist down the winding road to the one. Number 8. Jennifer Lopez as Anita Appleby from How I Met Your Mother. With Jennifer Lopez waltzing into MacLachlan's pub as Anita Appleby, you could feel the temperature shift. Dropping by in Season 5, she played the no-nonsense author who saw right through Barney's tricks. Anita's arrival was electric. Her sharp-witted banter and self-help swagger challenged Barney in ways we'd never seen before. Anita became the powerhouse behind one of the show's most meme-worthy standoffs, urging Robin to flip the script on Barney's infamous seduction playbook. Jennifer Lopez didn't just cameo. She owned the room alongside Neil Patrick Harris, passing advice mixed with attitude in every scene. If you caught her episode in 2010, you remember the unapologetic energy and that mischievous glint in her eye. It was a guest role that left fans wishing for more, redefining what just one appearance could do on a sitcom. Sometimes a star doesn't need a recurring slot. One perfect entrance is all it takes. Next, we'll meet another unforgettable guest who made the laugh track feel obsolete. Number 9. Bryan Cranston as Hammond Druthers from How I Met Your Mother. Long before anyone called him Heisenberg, Bryan Cranston strutted into How I Met Your Mother as Hammond Druthers, Ted's nightmare of a boss at the architect firm. His first appearance in 2006 set the tone, awkward, bombastic, and so hilariously self-obsessed you could almost smell the stress sweat through the screen. Cranston chewed up every office scene with wild sketches, nonsensical rants, and passive-aggressive meltdowns about bagels. Whether he was pouting over his prized phallic building model or demanding everyone praise his genius, every line landed with classic sitcom timing. His episodes in Season 2 gave the workplace its most unhinged flavor, amping up Ted's anxiety and giving fans timeless cringe moments. Many still quote Druthers at random, proof of how lasting Cranston's touch was. It's no wonder these guest spots spark nostalgia for a time when office humor meant a lot of caffeine, oversized egos, and Bryan Cranston in his comedic prime. All of it left viewers wondering just who would torment Ted next. Number 10. Britney Spears as Abby from How I Met Your Mother. When you think of early 2000s pop icons crashing the sitcom scene, no moment lands harder than Britney Spears stepping into the role of Abby on How I Met Your Mother. It was 2008, Season 3, and suddenly that familiar, chaotic energy filled the screen as Abby, a receptionist who couldn't help but pine over Ted. Britney flipped her global spotlight into comic gold, delivering lines with quirky deadpan and throwing herself into Abby's wide-eyed obsession. The show's ratings soared. 9 million viewers tuned in for her arc, a massive jump. For Britney, it wasn't just a guest spot. It was a public reset, washing away tabloid drama with genuine laughs and snappy timing. The world saw that a pop star could do more than just headline concerts. She could steal scenes, too. With every exaggerated sigh and laser-focused glare, Britney turned Abby into a sitcom legend. It was a guest star turn that nobody saw coming, but everyone remembered. The next chapter proves this show's doors were always open to delightful reinvention,